right now.
Yay!
Yeah. Hopefully you guys can hear us. It came unplugged for a bit there.
If you find out your girlfriend
Like a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to do with the corn consumption in the country. That's what we're deduced.
I've been shoving high fructose corn syrup directly into my equipment.
Just
Melts in the summer.
ask the
Yeah.
love gurus.
I like it with cinnamon on it.
Yeah,
Corn syrup.
yeah. Dunked in a piece of bread, a little egg, a little milk. Yeah, a little maple syrup.
We do not have that in Florida. Wow, that sounds great.
Oh, that's right. You are listening to the Love Gurus podcast. Thank you for being here. I am one of your hosts, Jake Vevera. With me, as always, my co-host, Suzanne Leah Shepherd. How's it going, Suzanne?
Oh, just amazing. Just trying not to melt in this Willy Wonka chocolate factory of a heat situation.
No, I'm digging it. I've been running in it. I've been eating terribly, but running in this heat wave, and I've still been losing weight. So I say bring on global warming, you know?
I've been, one thing that helps me a lot in the weather is to chew peppermint gum. There's something about, because peppermint gum is like very cool, like in your mouth.
Sure.
So if you're walking somewhere and you have like peppermint gum in your mouth, I feel personally that I'm not as likely to sweat. I mean, I still get to my destination sweaty ass, but I feel better, if that makes sense. I feel fresher.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But let's introduce our two awesome guests. First up, he is a returning guest, a hilarious stand-up comic, Mr. Stephen Cohen. Thank you for being on the show.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Not much, man.
I'm Googling this
going well.
peppermint thing. I don't know that I believe it.
I think
Does peppermint lower sweat?
It's certainly it's a tested theory for me. I mean, I love a good experiment. I love to create a hypothesis and then test it with a scientific method.
So you're
No,
saying
it's no scientific method. It's one You're doing it on one person. You need to force 25 people or more to do it.
Yeah.
And see, otherwise, it's just anecdotal.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear
true.
the studies if they come directly from Big Peppermint, because then it's probably lies.
What I need to get is a peppermint gum shooter, like sort of akin to a T-shirt cannon. And then as people are walking by, shoot them in the mouth with a piece of peppermint gum and see if they sweat or not. I mean, that's surely going to produce accurate scientific results.
Now,
That's true.
I can't speak for the quality of this website, but medicalnewstoday.com says that peppermint promotes sweating.
Oh!
Wait, it makes you sweat more.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So Suzanne's been eating more and more peppermint going, I still feel sweaty. I should have another one. And it's just been adding more and more to the problem.
Interesting. This is a very interesting development. I can't, but again, as Stephen said, it's anecdotal, so I have no scientific evidence to back my claim
it's not
up.
anecdotal? My nickname's Sweaty Suzanne for you.
Yep.
Oh,
She's out there going,
but also you are like 17 years too late. Like I am known as a sweaty Betty. I've always been a pitter. I've always just shown up to someone's wedding,
Pitter,
totally
pumpkin
sweated
shitter.
out. Yeah. It's I'm definitely a sweater. So okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, now maybe I should stop chewing peppermint gum then.
sitting there going, also, it's hot, so I'm getting dehydrated. I should drink vodka for this. I heard vodka.
Yeah. Anyway, but we have another amazing guest.
Yes.
You've seen her.
Yes, you love her. She is the official fill-in host of the Love Gurus podcast and the producer, Amy Liszka. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. I love your yes, by the way. Yeah.
It's I feel as though if there were ever some sort of like maybe Avon party or like a Mary Kay party that needed a hype woman, that's my jam.
Sure.
That's what I would. If there's some sort of like suburban mom group that needs a hype person, that's
Absolutely.
Yes.
Also,
I think we cut out again, so sorry we cut out. But she said, definitely like and subscribe to podcast, people. Like and subscribe. Please do it. We hit 200. We need to hit 1,000. So
And share it with your
the
friends.
world.
Share it with your friends.
Share, like, please.
When I'm not on the show, I still watch
Subscribe.
it because it is funny.
Oh, thank you, man.
That is so kind of you.
I mean,
Aw.
you guys are I'm not being kind. You guys are just funny, and I'm stating it. That's scientific. That's not anecdotal.
Well,
Sweaty
never
Suzanne.
meet your heroes. We're terrible people, both on and off the podcast.
You know what I like about this podcast is that the Thursday logo thing right there.
Yeah.
It covers my feet, and you can't tell that I don't have shoes on right now.
Yeah.
And
what an animal.
I have bare feet.
There was also
disgusting.
there was also a very low hanging joke in the sense of Amy's the official fill-in host, and yet she's filled in. Get it? Because she's knocked up.
Yeah.
She's knocked up.
She's totally filled in with a baby.
Yep.
Be due soon. This is getting scary.
I'm excited
Yeah.
about it. I think it's gonna be great.
According to Red States, there's 5 people on this podcast.
Honestly, when Amy gives birth, it's going to be the best episode we live stream of our
Yep.
whole
Yep.
Do you want to see the biggest fuck up of my life when I give birth?
Doctor, what's... No, just kidding.
No, literally, she's like, okay, the baby's starting to turn, and I started to cry. I'm like, it's not ready yet. I'm not ready.
Oh, Joel on YouTube says, I'm late here, but here I are, or in case you paid attention in school, here I am. Hello, Joel. Yes.
Love
And I should
that.
say, if you're listening out there on iTunes or Spotify or anywhere where you listen to audio podcasts, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on Eastern on YouTube. That way you can comment live. We'll read it on the show. You can ask questions, give us comments, whatever you want. But watch live. Give us your comments.
Yeah. So as far as this week, I would say if there were any sort of theme, it would be deceptive partners, which I know is general, but I think that we kind of went through like a summer incest thing, but
Sure.
It was just a summer.
I think it's just a summer
just a
phase.
summer.
Yeah. Last summer was white boy summer. This was incest summer.
It's it's like our cousins got divorced. They turned into hot dads. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
So
Incest summer, as I call it, really, really white boy summer.
Yeah. But with that being said, though, we do have another member, quote unquote, of the podcast to plug.
Yes, absolutely. That is the white wine we are drinking. Today we are drinking Bistro Sauvignon Blanc. Do you want a delicious white wine to go with your podcasts or your brunch, man? Look, it's even got a tablecloth on the label. That's cute. Bistro Sauvignon Blanc. Both a bar and a restaurant, the Bistro is an elegant place where people meet, relax, and have fun. What, did they just fucking Wikipedia what a bistro is and put it on the wine list? That's an interesting choice. Anyway,
I like that you just used the mayor of Munchkinland's voice to read that. That was fantastic.
yes. Is that from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? What the hell's Munchkinland?
That's Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Ah, yeah, it's been a while.
Mayor of Munchkin
Hey.
Follow the Elephant Road. Follow the Elephant Road. Drink wine with gingham labels. Drink wine with gingham labels.
I like a good Sauvignon Blanc. Let's see, relax and have fun while enjoying traditional and French food in a lively yet friendly atmosphere. B&G Bistro reflects this typical atmosphere and brings you a touch of French art and living with a pale straw color and yellow-green highlights. This wine offers a flattering nose with strong pink grapefruit and exotic fruit aromas. Lively, yeah, dude. I like a good strong pink grapefruit.
I feel like I just liked it by how it smelled.
Right,
That's what I
right.
mean.
So many wines. I'm like, this is a fucking weak, shitty
I don't
grapefruit
even need
in
to
here.
drink it. I just need to smell it.
Right? And hear this delicious description of it. Lively on the palate. It is full of fruits with a nice freshness, a lemony aftertaste. Perfect on its own with seafood and grilled fish. Best served between 50 degrees and 54 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's like
Whoa.
a novel. It's like a novel on the
That's
back
They
of
don't
this
fuck
label.
around. They don't fuck around at this bistro.
Good
Also,
thing that we
yeah.
have it at 98-degree weather
I was
right
going to say,
now.
that's a very specific temperature range. I don't know.
When they serve me Sauvignon Blanc and it's above 54 degrees, I will throw that shit in the garçon's face. Like, fuck you. What am I,
Yeah.
an animal? Why don't you just put it in a goddamn trough? This thing is at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. You fucking pig.
I threw that shit into an ice bucket and
Yeah.
then just drink from the ice bucket.
How about I throw this warm slop in an ice bucket and I throw you in a wood chipper, sir? Never serve me Sauvignon Blanc at this temperature again.
That being said, Joel, very kind of you. Yeah, I do have a knee condition, which is totally awesome.
No, he didn't say knee condition. It says knee condom.
Yes, it is a knee condom as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Admiring your knee condom.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
her OnlyFans has been getting weird, bro. It's
it's so hot.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with jumper's knee, which is a sick burn considering that my vertical is 6 inches. So. It's
This is turning into a very dirty joke.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, well, just don't jump anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was benched the entire time that I played high school basketball.
I think you're confused about jumper's knee. It actually is a reference to the 1998 Third Eye Blind jumper.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish you would jump down from that ledge, my friend. And I
Yes.
would understand. It's a reference to that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
For sure. Yeah, it's.
Did you go to a good college? That was a weird fact.
No.
It's
that was medical as
I went
fuck,
to
bro.
Adelphi.
Yeah,
That
so
was
maybe-
science.
So it's sort of like an anti-suicidal message. But yeah, I guess yeah. So there are no tears or anything, but this rock tape is rocking. It's rocking, and luckily,
Did they give that to you at the hospital?
no.
Or did you do
So
that?
my partner, my fiance, used to work at Crunch Fitness.
Okay, because it
And
says crunch if you guys can't
he,
see it.
instead of giving valid money bonuses, he was given rock tape. What? Okay.
Here, show that off. Show
There
that
you
off.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, it's the freest healthcare I've ever been given. So so for those of you who are saying
This
that
is America,
healthcare
where
in
you get
America
healthcare at the fucking
is
gym.
not broken,
Yeah.
not true. Not true. Functioning right here
Yep.
with my jumper's knee.
Yep. I got vaccinated at the gym as well. It was a combination of Powerade.
I'm
and
having my
whey
baby at the
protein
gym.
powder.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I know.
We're having
Yeah.
it delivered on the best French.
Yeah, you
I
don't have
think,
to pay
um,
for it if you have it at the gym.
So many
Yeah.
advertisers on the show. You guys have Crunch Gym advertising for you,
Yeah.
the wine. You guys are going to be rich. This is crazy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Crunch Gym, like a doctor, but better. Tim on YouTube says, "Good evening. I'm just multitasking and waiting for a juicy Reddit." Yeah, we got to get to one of those quick.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Joel on
do
YouTube
that.
says, "You ain't kidding that her OnlyFans is getting strange. Pics with the tape costs more. I just paid it. I know all about 6 inches vertical. I'm shutting up now." Yeah, well, it's 6.5 if you cheat with the ruler a bit. Who's watching, huh?
Listen,
Was there a referee in there?
you can't get pregnant if you sit on top. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. But yeah, we've got a lot of great Reddit questions. Maybe we should
Absolutely.
dive in.
Let's get to our first question from the wild animals on Reddit. If you guys got any questions to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, listen live every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Ask it right there in the comment section, or just give us comments. But for now, we're going to take our first one from Reddit.
First question. My husband has been secretly telling people to compliment me. I'm 27 and my husband is 33. For the last 4 years, I've been in a relationship with the most kind, thoughtful, and romantic man that I've ever met. We have never had a fight, like, ever. My significant other is just perfect for me.
And gay.
During the dinner at our wedding, his best man gave a speech that went on and on about how much my husband loves me. He said something along the lines of, "It's not enough to compliment her every day. He even tells us to do so." And I'm sure you all know what I mean.
This guy sounds like the douchiest Roman emperor that's ever lived.
He then took
Compliment my wife. No.
He then took out his phone and wiggled it around. There was a general laughter from the crowd. I turned to my husband because I didn't get the joke and was completely taken aback by the fact that his face was red. Just for a split second, he looked like he was seething. I've never seen him like that. A second later, he was smiling at himself again, and I asked him what was wrong, but he told me that the best man was just drunk. When I think the best...
Yeah, he's drunk. He made up that thing about telling me to compliment.
And folks, I just want to throw out, he was drunk on bistro wine.
Yes, yes, the official wine of getting drunk and blabbing stupid shit to your friend's wife.
When I thanked the best man for this speech, I asked him what the joke about the fun was, and he brushed it off and told me that it's just my husband talks about me a lot. Then I asked two people who I'm very close to, my sister and friend, and they said that apparently my husband has been texting my friends and various family members in advance of me meeting up with them and saying that they should compliment me about something. I was completely weirded out by this, but both my best friend and my sister told me that it was cute and it just meant that he loved me so much. Last Friday, I went back to work and complained to my coworker about how weird the whole thing was. My coworker immediately blushed and then told me that she, too, has been getting texts from my husband. He started texting her 3.5 years ago when we just started dating, and there were dozens of messages from my husband to my coworker saying, hey, just to let you know, she got a new haircut. Hey, did you know it's her birthday this week? Could you please let the people in the office know? I'm so embarrassed. I apologized to my coworker, but she insisted that it's cute and I shouldn't be worried about it. I'm wondering what was his goal, or if this is just a normal thing that people do. I've also been thinking back on various situations as I came to the conclusion that I've gotten a lot of unnatural amount of compliments from people, and now it feels fake. I even opened up an Etsy store because people kept complimenting me.
Yeah.
About how beautiful my self-made jewelry was.
Oh, dude, I've gotten friended by so many women selling terrible jewelry. I'll bet she's one of them.
I feel so stupid about it now. I don't really know how to go about this. As I mentioned, we've never had a fight. What do I say? How should I go about this?
Wow, dude, I hope she's got a big bag of buns because this guy is full on ass burgers, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. Here, honestly, I will first and foremost say it's weird for your significant other to text other people and be like, hey, can you compliment her on a regular basis? But that's not the weirdest thing about this question. The weirdest thing about this question, in my humble opinion, is the fact that she says they've never had a fight. In they dated for 3 years?
That's pretty wild.
Second weirdest thing. The weirdest thing. I mean, that's very weird.
That to me is the weirdest thing. But
incredibly weird.
Yeah.
But what's weirder than that is now all of a sudden she's looking back and being like, "Oh yeah, I am getting an insane amount of I didn't notice." I think
It also sounds like she's afraid to get into a fight with him. Like, this is where you get into the fight. And she's just like, no, but then we're going to, like, hurt her perfect streak or something.
Oh.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Because on the face of it, it does sound weird to say, how dare you make people compliment me? I mean, on the face of it, it does sound weird, but to this extent that it's been going on for years, that is very, very weird. And
that
it's
is pretty
very
wild.
Concerning.
Well,
Yeah.
First of all, I feel like he's not dating her; he adopted her. Okay, that's what I feel like. But it's like
to me, again, this has Greek mother written all over
Yeah.
I
it.
know. And
Yeah.
to me, I feel like he fell in love with her, but then realized that he doesn't think she's that pretty. So he's like, well, maybe she doesn't think she's that pretty. And I'm going to let everyone know that I still love her and she should feel happy about herself. So just give her compliments. I don't know. It's just
this
some
is crazy.
Weird, twisted thing.
I do the opposite with my wife. I text her friends and I'm like, listen, can you guys maybe humble her a bit? You know, like just kind of tell her she's gaining weight or looking a little weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bags under her eyes, something.
I get those texts all the time.
Yeah. And you listen because you're a true friend, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
But
that's why when I walked in, I was like, "Hey, you got Betty Boop hair."
yeah.
Only just because he said she's getting too full of herself. That was it.
I didn't
Dude,
notice
I
you were
need
pregnant. I just thought you were fat. Oh, great.
Wow,
Yeah.
your bangs are swooped in an attractive way.
Wow,
Yeah.
I never noticed how dumb Jake is because you're around.
Right.
Double shot.
That's another one. It's
Double
a
shot.
good. That's it. Two birds with one stone. It's also blaming my shortcomings on her through other people.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
And
as far as I
that.
can tell, you
But
you don't come short. You come all the way.
Listen, you know what's going to happen? We're going to have a fight because of this joke, all right? Yeah, well,
But that's
what?
okay. That's your guys' fetish.
Yeah.
Jake's told me that's what you guys get turned on by, so it's
Yeah,
great.
we have an OnlyFans where we just yell at each other, and people with broken homes can't stop coming to it. It's ridiculous. Like, oh my God, this is so Freudian. I don't know why I'm into this.
Yeah.
I wish I
Suzanne-
wasn't.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so again, to me, there's obviously a lot that's weird. Also because there are a lot of boundaries being crossed. You know, I have questions in the sense of how did he get the coworker's number? How did he get the family's number? Because when I started dating my partner, first of all, I have none of his coworkers' number. Like,
That's a good point.
If he went into work and died, I think that they would just have to tweet at me and hope I check my Twitter.
I still don't know my husband's. I'm pregnant with this kid, and I still don't know his number memorized. If I ever got arrested, I would still call my mom. Like, I don't know what to do.
I know my grandma's.
I would call my best friend, and since I was 13, she probably doesn't live there anymore. But I would just hope that whatever kind soul picked up the phone had $500 bail. You know what I'm saying?
I know 2 numbers. I know my grandma and a pizza restaurant in Iowa City called Polly Eyes. I don't know which one of them I'm going to call while I'm drunk and in jail because they're very similar numbers. So I may pick, and I'm like, this is my one call. Listen, I used to buy a lot of pizza there. Can you send $1,500 to what's that? Rikers Island. I'll pay you back, I swear.
So, Stephen, have you ever been in a relationship where you sort of, circumvented went outside of the boundaries of the relationship to make sure that your partner felt special, or maybe like planned a surprise party or something like that? I mean, have you ever done that?
Before you answer that, come back to it in a second. But I am behind on comments. Let's see, Tim on YouTube. Oh, I think he's referring to the knee. He says, "Crunch, the sound of my knees when I squat, cartilage crap. Played hockey."
Same with me.
Joel on YouTube says, "Hats off to Steve for actually putting the bottle back on the coaster. Jake, take notes." Absolutely, man.
Steve.
It's
That's why I get invited back on.
Proper
third time.
bistro style. Yeah,
Rebooking.
My third time.
Absolutely. Joel on YouTube says they've never had a fight. Also, they've never lived together, and honestly, never been on a date.
They also might not exist. I mean, this thing's crazy. They might just not be real.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Jim on YouTube says, big fan of the coaster use. Joel on YouTube says, I tell my friends to be humble, and if Amy had supermarket eyes, Jake would be dead right now. Joel on YouTube says, nice and convenient close up on Amy at that point.
But yeah, so back to the question, Stephen. I mean, have you ever again reached out to friends or family to either plan a surprise or to, I guess, alert them to something for a partner?
So this is really exciting. The last time I was on the show, I was single, but then recently, before my birthday, I met someone, and she and I started dating. And then she broke up with me the day after my birthday.
Oh shit!
So I knew Jake would fall for that. So
gullible as balls, bro.
So that being said, that was a very short relationship. The relationship before that was like 5 or 6 years. We were engaged, and it didn't go. We were both very poor at confrontation. I didn't confront her much because she was so sweet and nice that I didn't want to. Yeah. And she didn't confront me because she literally had no backbone. Just a really sexy blob of Jell-O.
Nice.
Yeah. Very, very.
That was her Tinder name as well. Yeah. That was her profile name.
That's what I think is wrong with this girl. I think they've never gotten in a fight because she just doesn't stand up for herself. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Or she's a narcissist, and that's why she didn't recognize all of the compliments. And then he is like a sub. He's a submissive. And he's waiting for the right moment to be like, hey, baby, this marriage is going great. Why don't we make it better by letting me be your cuck?
Yeah,
and that's the direction it's going in.
Yeah.
He's gonna burst out of the bathroom one night in a leather suit and an orange ball, going football.
Yeah. So
that was almost too natural, Jake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm good at acting out the ball in the mouth.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and give final advice for this question because I feel like it's pretty cut and dry, really. I think that she is definitely someone who isn't assertive, who is insecure, et cetera, and or that is how she comes across in this relationship. And so therefore her partner loves her, is going above and beyond to make sure that she is coddled in this way by these like unnecessary compliments. And she then therefore, if she's going to be an independent person, quote unquote, needs to be like, listen, bitch, like I can take criticism. I can get in a fight. But to do that, she has to overcome this weird fear resilience to actually get in a fight with your significant other. I mean, you've never tried to watch a reality show with him? Like, what are you
pretty weird.
talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I also just want to throw in, if this couple is watching right now, and I can only assume that they are.
Of course.
Better be.
If my theory is correct, I am single right now, and I'm glad to cuck your husband.
Wait, I have some final advice too. So,
yeah.
I think she's a total. Oh, wait, I just got a text message. Please tell her she is the smartest girl in the world, and I will like and subscribe to this podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Yay.
All right. So
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, no, good final advice, Amy. Thank you. Yeah,
It was
over.
from him.
Yeah, Stephen, Jake, any final advice for this person?
my final advice. I remember one of the times I was getting deployed while I was in the Army. They had a weird sociopath guy come and talk to us about relationship advice. And he gave us good advice that I feel could help. Not a lot of people poo-poo advice from sociopaths, but sometimes they got it together, you know? And this guy did. He said, listen, before you get deployed, if you are seriously living with a significant other and you really love them and you care about them and you haven't had a fight with them, I want you to pick a fight with her right now. Go home tonight and pick a fight with her because you need to know how she fights and how she makes up.
Sure.
Because you want your first fight to be over taking out the trash or what we're going to have for dinner. You don't want your first fight over, jealousy or sexting or coming home drunk or being away for a year, you know? And so you got to pick small fights, I guess, if that doesn't happen, because you have no idea how this person fights. It could be one of those, like me and my wife have about 5 to 10 small fights every day, you know?
We fucking don't.
That's gonna cause another one. But it lets us get the bad blood out, as the Italians say. You need to get the bad blood out. And so it's sort of like drinking water to get the dark yellow piss through your system.
Sure.
Right now, she has not had a piss. This relationship has not had a piss.
Sure.
It's just filled with dark yellow, almost brown piss.
I like the way you're describing it. Sounds like there's just dark yellow and brown pee just in your body at all times, and you need to drink water to get those peas out.
I do, because I drink a lot of what? Bistro Sauvignon Blanc. That's right. Darkens my urine. Makes it smell disgusting. Unless I hydrate. That's what she needs to do. She needs to have small little fights, because you need to know how that person fights. You need to know that you both have the ability to just kind of fucking shrug your shoulders, laugh it off, hug, fuck, whatever you got to do, you know? Yeah. But if you haven't done that, your first fight is going to be a blow-up fight. For example, let's say he's been doing weird, creepy espionage stuff for trivial reasons, you know? Like he's clearly doing by getting your phone numbers from people at work. This is going to be crazy, you know?
Yeah. Definitely agree. Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. Shall we move on to our next
Absolutely.
question?
Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you have a question to write it to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com or watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Let's take another one from Reddit.
Next question. My partner suddenly developed an accent. I'm 21 and my partner is not an accent. I'm 21 and my partner is 23. For 5 years,
Wait, can you read this all with an accent?
Especially
one
that'll get you kicked off
accent.
Saturday Night Live. Do one that'll get you canceled.
Ooh.
No, that
Yes.
sounds like a trap.
Cancel yourself.
Cancel yourself.
Yeah.
Only the boys are into this.
Okay, so I've been with my partner for 5 years, and we've been living in Georgia for the last 3. He was born and raised in Pennsylvania, but very suddenly developed a southern accent about 6 to 8 months ago. We don't even live in the area of Georgia where people typically have this kind of accent. Furthermore, the accent seems purely situational. We'll be having a completely
people
regular...
usually do it with fancy accents. You know what I mean? It's usually like Madonna did it with England.
Yeah.
Oh, right, this is like how I talk. No one does it with the ones that are perceived, like...
Long Island?
No one fucking does that. No one just.
I want a
starts
trailer
talking.
trash accent. Okay.
And no one starts going. Yeah, this is how I say "ka" and "ba." You're like, no one does that.
We'll be having a completely regular conversation, and then when we pull up to a drive-thru, for example, he'll order in a southern drawl. It seems to be almost an anxiety response, because anytime that he's talking to a new person, he's southern. I've asked him what's up with this, and he just insists that he's done it his entire life, but I somehow have only just noticed it. I know this isn't true, and also we visited an old friend in Pennsylvania, and even she brought it up, asking why he suddenly started talking like that. Again, he insisted that he's always done that. We both pressed him on this new thing, but he stormed off, and he didn't want to talk about it. I love him, and I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I'm a little concerned and a bit more complex. Why would he develop an accent out of nowhere? Is it something to be worried about, or should I just let it play out? So to give you a quick synopsis, the devil went down to Georgia, as one would say.
And then he started talking like this. I say.
Well, see, that's a classy Southern accent. We were talking about trailer trash, and that's my question: how close to the South Carolina state line are they? Because when you get that close to the South Carolina state line, you do start kind of taking on airs.
Yeah, it's here's one thing that I think is interesting. If let's say that, for example, you're speaking English and you go to a different part of the country and they have a different accent. If you adopt that accent, you're considered a traitor. However, if you learn a different language, like French, for example, and you don't have the proper French accent, you do not know French. You know, it's like I'm just saying. I
those
think
French and rolling their R's. French.
Yeah, I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. And also, I'm saying this because one summer I totally had a Southern accent.
Sometimes I have a Southern accent when I drink. If I'm really drunk, it sounds like
I went to school at Florida State. I lived in Indiana for a summer, and the entire summer that I was in Indiana, I had a Southern accent. Inexplicable because I have a very neutral Midwestern accent.
Wait a second. Wait a tick. Indiana's not even in the South.
But Indiana does have areas.
That was my thing because I was from Florida State, which was Southern.
Ah, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I missed that part.
But Indiana does have little areas where it's like a little bit twangier and it's not as Midwestern.
All states got to do, if you get rural enough, it kind of sounds Southern.
But also, I think, so for example, my mom had she's been dead for a long time, but when I watch videos of her now and I haven't heard her voice in so long, she'll speak and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? She has an accent and it's very much like, well, I be, and it's just like, where did that come from? It's so, again, like with the age of the internet, I think at one point people from the Midwest did have a different accent depending on which regions you are. But now that we all watch YouTube, it's all mixed in.
This is the weirdest thing I get from this question is that she goes, is this something I should worry about or let it go? I'm sorry. Did he drink too much, accidentally put his dick in someone else, and then the next morning blamed you and slapped you and said, and it was only because you nag him too much, and that was just a Tuesday? Yeah. Okay. Maybe just let this go. I don't know why this is like her.
But here's how I interpret your comment is that this is a relationship that is doomed in general. And they're both trying to get out of it because if he was some sort of like millionaire hedge fund.
I just spilled some wine.
Did you fucking use that coaster? God damn it, we talked about that.
I spilled wine all over the coaster. This is why some people can't have nice
use the coaster.
Also, you tried to put it on the table right next to the coaster. I was like...
Yeah. Screw it, I ain't fancy. How you like that shit? How you like that shit, YouTube? Huh? How you like that, coaster fans? Oh, man.
Here's how you know that this is a constant problem with Jake and Amy because there's literally a pile of towels under their coffee table for when Jake spills wine.
Not just under their coffee table, but literally there are just towels hanging around underneath every single thing in the apartment.
I'm the only motherfucker who gets drunk with sippy cups, man. It's a problem.
This table is so marked up, I shouldn't even care about the coasters, but I've tried over the years. I really have.
Yeah, guys, just so you know, the 300th subscriber to the Love Gurus podcast will get this horribly scarred coffee table.
That's right, because the only coasters I like wrote the song Rubber Band Man. Yeah. That's right.
Subscribe and like and comment.
Let me. I did it already.
I can't believe you're making a pregnant woman reach over the table.
I didn't make her do it.
To dry it, knowing that that's my sexual fetish.
I'd already dried it.
I can't believe you do that while I'm here in your house.
Yep.
Okay. This massive erection. Hang on, let me just hide my massive erection.
Luckily, it's only big for dudes with micro penises. It can be covered up with a wine cap. That's enough to cover his massive erection. Here we go. So Tim on YouTube says a fight taste test. Oh, I think that was for the last one. Joel on YouTube says, to the OP, you should have paid more attention to your man all along, darling. Bless your heart. Joanne on YouTube says, the guy has probably got a toothache and he doesn't want his wife forcing him to the dentist.
Maybe.
That's very good. It's very good.
No. I'm just talking like the man who owns KFC. There's nothing wrong with my gums.
Just call him a killer.
Joanne on YouTube says, or maybe he's just been trying to spice up the relationship.
Yeah, a little role play. Yeah.
He's going hard on the role play, starting at Arby's.
Again, I ultimately think that this relationship is doomed, and the reason why is because one of two reasons. He is just kind of drunk all the time, and that's why he has an accent. But also, if he's moved to a new area and him adopting this accent in certain certain situations is him trying to find himself in a new situation, it probably means that he is looking for someone else, not you. Like the person writing the question, is not his grounding point.
Yeah,
he is untethered. He's trying to find himself, and so I mean, y'all should just break up.
That's a good point. I think this dude got down to Georgia, took one look at a pair of Daisy Dukes cutoffs in the summer, and he was like, "To hell with her, dude. This lady sucks."
I need to throw out a different theory, guys. I need to throw out a different theory. He's like trying to become a Southerner, right? Who are the South? They're the losers of the Civil War, or if you will,
all the winners of the next one. I say the South will rise again.
Yeah, they're America's cuckolds. So maybe he's just looking for me to come down to Georgia and fuck his girlfriend.
I see what you're doing. It's
if you guys are watching, please message me at Steve Cohen Fun on Instagram.
It's sort of an unbiased plug for your intentions, if I'll understand correctly.
He's going to put a whole. He's putting a whole new meaning to the term carpetbagger. That's what he's doing.
That was his final advice.
Yeah, I do want to bag this lady's carpet. Okay.
Joanne on YouTube says she should just change her accent and wait for him to say nothing. Yeah, that's the move, dude. Just
something.
And change it to something that's not even around there. Just start having a Norwegian accent. Just like, let's go to the Cracker Barrel and get ourselves some biscuits and gravy. And just talk fucking crazy Norwegian the whole time.
That's a great Norwegian accent. I was not expecting.
I like IKEA furniture. I like having to put together my furniture with crazy pre-screwed holes that don't even line up most of the time. I like making a day of it.
I think that's more Canadian.
No, that's very Norwegian.
My shit kind of. My Norwegian sounds like a cartoon Canadian. It sounds like a Canadian with a speech impediment.
The Norwegians are going to cancel you. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, shots fired. He's not even on the podcast today.
Awesome.
Joel on YouTube says, Steve, we tried to defend ourselves during the War of Northern Aggression.
Yeah,
that's right.
This Northern aggression's coming for your wives.
Well, I think we answered that question. Let's move on. And I think
he's a cuckold.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing sort of a quick and dirty podcast as the cuckold Stephen Cohen. Would like to.
No, I'm not I'm the bull. I'll explain cuckold porn to you later.
Bullshit.
I won't.
He's going to be tied up in the corner of a room watching his lady getting bagged on OnlyFans. Joel on YouTube says, dude was fine as a Yankee until he ate a Georgia peach. you can determine peach to mean whatever you want.
No, it only means peaches or pussy. I mean, you can't make it whatever
it's
you
ass,
want.
bro.
Yeah.
Wait, peaches or ass?
I thought it's ass. Yeah, I thought it was ass.
I thought a peach. I think you're thinking of a bussy.
A pussy?
Yeah. All right.
That's not a
pussy.
fruit.
All right, yeah, I have no idea what's going on in it.
Yeah.
Really?
But,
I'm going to Google it.
Okay.
Is Bussy a restaurant in Georgia? I'm so confused. Anyway, let's take our last question on the Love Gurus podcast from the wild animals on Reddit.
Last question. I found out that my husband was sexting my stepsister. Okay, I did get one incest question in there.
Well, it is a stepsister.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't even count.
I'm 25.
Not according to my porn streams. It's crazy. So many on porn, man. It's all stepsister this, stepmother that. Like,
Totally.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm 25 and my husband is 26. We've been together for 6 years, married for 5. Our relationship with each other is very stable and trusting.
No, it's not.
Not really.
No.
No. Except for the sexting.
Everything was perfect until my whore stepsister came along. I blame her. She's the problem. It's got nothing to do with me or my man.
There were no signs. I just saw him like fucking a couple people. It's fine.
My stepsister, who's 22 and depressed and mentally and emotionally dependent on other people.
Aw,
Jesus,
why don't we
she
just
is
give her
going
some
hard at the
dick?
stepsister.
You know what? You know what helps depression? A little bit of dick.
Yeah.
Come on, help her out.
Yeah.
She always had trouble finding herself and her purpose in life. My
Not
husband
having
and I
problems
have
finding your
always been
husband's
there.
phone number.
My husband and I have always been there for her and try to guide her. She finds trouble opening up to me, but she finds it easier to open up to my husband
too
since
easy.
they work together at my father's company.
Oh! Dude, this is crazy. This is Shakespearean. I love it.
My biological sister and my stepsister, oh, fuck me. We're having,
Oh, she lost the question.
I deleted it because it was
There's
so
always technical problems on Jake's end, not your
No,
end.
good.
That's
Okay.
weird. Okay.
My biological sister and my stepsister were having a sleepover, and my biological sister had my stepsister's phone, and at some point during the night, a text message popped up from my husband to my stepsister with an inappropriate emoji.
What?
It
My
was,
biological-
it was a
clarify?
peach.
Did he clarify what peach meant during the sexting session?
My biological sister opened the text thread and then sent me hours worth of my stepsister and my husband sending kinks and sexual fantasies to each other.
Wow.
I immediately confronted my husband about this, and he doesn't deny the text exchange. He explains in tears
No, that was the
his,
dog's fault.
that his goal was to make her feel not judged, and that he just wanted my stepsister to continue to open up, and that he would never hurt me.
Open up, baby. Yeah, baby, open up.
He's disappointed himself for letting the conversation get to that level, and he is terrified of me leaving. This is very on character for my stepsister and very off character for my husband.
Oh, sure.
I'm
sure.
I'm deeply hurt and lost, and I understand letting my stepsister spill her desires, but I'm disgusted that it went this far. My husband's apology felt sincere, but I am nauseated by the messages. Is this reversible?
The only way to solve this is to have some equality brought in. If you're watching right now, please give me your phone number, and I will send you some of my sexual fetishes and fantasies.
Yeah.
And then you can make your stepsister and husband look at it.
Steven is like horny Dwight Schrute from The Office right now. I fucking love it.
I think Dwight Schrute is horny Dwight Schrute. So
Yeah.
He
fair
pretty
enough.
much
I
is.
think that's the
Yeah,
same
I don't know what Dwight Schrute is into on that show, but it's fucking dark. It's weird.
He like bangs that lady from the
Oh,
office
that's
who's in a
right.
relationship.
I forgot
Twice.
about
in
that.
2 relationships, he bangs her.
Yeah, and she's weird too.
Yeah, and she bangs him back. I mean, they're banging each other.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound one way
But
banging.
they're not telling anybody, and she's weird, controlling, and manipulative.
Yeah, that's why I bought these glasses so people would know.
You're trying to find your blonde lady from The Office.
All right. To quote the great Whoopi Goldberg, "Girl, you in danger. If you let this slide now, then you're just gonna see him fucking someone else in person. Like, I don't know what it's gonna take you to, but I mean, listen, no kids. You're 26. Run!
Yeah.
Get out of it.
To me, I mean, this is honestly.
I will also quote the great Whoopi Goldberg. This sexting was not about race. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't get me canceled from the show.
I also want to quote Whoopi Goldberg. Ted Danson, take off that blackface. Ted Danson, what are you doing? You took the joke too far.
Everyone forgets that they like quote unquote had a relationship. So unclear
quote
if it was
unquote.
like,
No, they were like married, bro.
Really?
No, they never were married. They were never married.
I said they were
together
like
for
married.
a while.
They were never, but they were together for a long time.
Yeah. Full
But
on.
yeah, everyone like
Yeah.
forgets that. Okay, anyway.
I didn't.
But so okay,
I
again,
didn't either.
we're sort of like trying to wrap this up. But so my final advice to this question is, first of all, you're 25, which is adorable, and I'm sure you like have the best boobs ever. But your husband is 26. He's messaging your stepsister who's 22. I'm sure he's so sorry. Like, you need to just cut and run, because if your husband is already doing this, like, it's one thing for a husband to sext and cheat with someone who is, external from the relationship.
That's
But the
at
fact
least
that-
acceptable. Cheating in
but
a
the fact
proper
that
way.
he is like literally shitting in your mouth by texting your
Literally.
stepsister.
Yep.
It is time to leave. It's
Get
time
out
to
of the
leave.
house.
And agreed with Amy, girl, you in trouble. Okay, like
I couldn't remember. Is that the real quote, girl?
I can't remember if it's
I think you're
you
in
in trouble.
danger.
I can't remember if it's you in danger, girl, or girl you in danger, or
Wait, what
I'm
quote are you
Whoopi
talking
Goldberg
I think
and
they're
I'm
quoting.
awesome.
I think
It's
they're
from
quoting Ghost, but it could be Little
Girl,
Rascals.
you in
You in
danger,
da- I think
girl.
It wasn't
you
Little
in
Rascals.
You in danger, girl.
No,
I
it's
forgot she
girl.
was
It's
in
Ghost.
You in danger, girl.
Yeah,
That's the
she
one with
got her-
Patrick Swayze?
That's
What's the
how
one
she
where-
got her Academy Award.
What's the
Is
one where
Ghost.
she's an NBA
For
referee or
fucking
NBA
Ghost?
coach? That one hilarious. Eddie, was it Eddie? Did you guys
Oh,
watch that?
I don't know.
know.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Okay.
No.
After this, guys, go watch Eddie. Great
Yeah.
movie.
Eddie?
Okay, so what other final advice do we have for this person?
Oh, just get out of the house.
Joanne on YouTube says he dies. Let's move on.
Also, I think that's Jason, not Joanne, isn't it?
No,
It's
Joanne.
Joanne.
Is it? Oh man,
no.
guys, I need new glasses.
She's a
Real
good friend
confident
of
about
the
that
show.
one. Oh, Joel just said something, but
He says, I have no doubt that the husband is sorry. I'd be sorry too if I got caught. Yeah. It's like, if he was truly sorry, he would have apologized before you saw the thing. So
Yeah.
it's like, he's in
Like-
damage control right now.
It's like he was not sorry 500 text messages in.
Yeah, what's he gonna say? I was texting I was texting your stepsister, but I feel I made the right move.
I didn't want to
You know,
hurt her.
like,
I didn't
what's
want
he
to
gonna-
hurt her feelings.
Honestly, yeah,
She
she's like,
texted me. What was I gonna be rude?
yeah. He's like, he has tears. He's not crying because he's sad he did it. He's crying because he's sad he got caught. And he's obviously now the bad guy when you guys get divorced. That's why he's crying.
No,
He
he's
doesn't
crying.
give a shit about you.
He's crying because now he can't fuck both of you at the same time.
Yeah. Pornhub
Yeah.
it creates so many unrealistic expectations,
I
doesn't
know.
it? Stepsister
Because
this and stepsister
if
that every
porn
stream.
has taught me anything, it's that man like a pussy for their dick and a mouth for the dick. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right,
it's like
right.
that's why harems were involved. It's like, okay, well, let's get like one for the mouth, one for the pussy, one for the butthole, and then that's how
I need a whole house of holes.
And on,
Yeah.
and on
Yeah.
that note, guys, I need to go jerk off real bad.
Yep.
I gotta get out of here so I can go whack it.
Yeah,
That was
fair
too
enough.
hot.
Yeah. But yeah, so okay, so Jake, to wrap it up, what final advice do you have?
My final advice would be you've got his phone, right? And he's already brought it up to you. I say forgive him, but then you start sexting her weird shit. And you
Yep,
think
yep,
it's
yep,
but
Yeah.
she thinks it's him.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? And then
Yeah.
you slowly
I'm glad I
reveal
didn't
Yeah.
through the
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and you
I'm
say,
glad
listen,
to hear.
Yeah.
I think we need to meet up and do this for realsies.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she meets you under a bridge, and what?
Yeah.
It's you and not him, and then you murder her.
Oh no, I thought
Whoa.
they were gonna fuck.
Whoa.
Okay.
This is where
Or fuck, I don't know.
one instance where yes and goes terribly wrong. Okay.
yeah. Or I guess you could meet her and fuck her under the bridge, but it's such a big gamble that she's gonna want to sleep with you instead of him. But if you can make that happen, then you could really rub it in his face, no pun intended.
Yeah.
And you could be like, hey, look, it turns out she's into me, and you suck, and I drained our bank account.
Yeah.
Wait, I have advice. Hold on. Wait, I'm getting a call. Ready?
Oh, tech problems that aren't mine. Ah.
You in danger, girl.
Amazing. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we answered all of these questions. Super, super good. Thank you to everyone who listened and tuned in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to everybody who was live in the chats. Thank you to Tim. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Joanne. And thank you to all the listeners. Until next week, listen live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube every single Thursday night. Like, subscribe. Thank you to our two awesome guests, Stephen Cohen and Amy Liszka. Until next week, later.